And welcome back to the Marshall Arena. Only 2 players remain. And if people are just joining us now, maybe not the final many predicted at 1 o'clock this afternoon, but today darts has been the winner. 2 young players who've been on the periphery for a few years now. That man in your picture, Ricky Evans, who's appeared in 5 PDC finals, 2 on the European Tour, going back to 2019, with losses to his good friend Darryl Gurney and Ian White, and also 3 losses where he's been in this position before, going all the way back to 2013 when he lost to Brendan Dolan, Gerwin Price and Jim Williams.
It's Mike
winners over Ricky Evans at this stage, against the man who's been going for the bullseye first, Mike Dedecker, who's had a terrific day. He was on stream 2 earlier, and we were saying how he's ready to win. He has appeared in 1 final. He lost that one to Rob Cross. So one of these 2 players will be having their biggest day in darts, winning a Players' Championship. Mike Dedecker looks in a fantastic position now for the Grand Prix, and a victory here for Ricky Evans puts himself in a fantastic position. So much to play for. But taking all into consideration, it's just about taking your maiden title and then really kick on from there. Really looking forward to this one, Chris Murphy.
Me too, I'm sure you are as well, wherever you're watching. And it's going to be a landmark moment for one of these 2 starting talents. But Ricky Evans, not only has he come close in those previous finals, but he's bemoaned, if you read his social media, the fact that he often runs into top players playing at the top of their powers in these events. Well, today he still did that and managed to overcome it. Started the day with a 6-5 victory against Rob Cross. In his last match, he beat Luke Humphries, the world #1 and world champion, to get to this final. He will feel now this is his moment, but Mike Dedecker will be feeling pretty much the same himself.
Yeah, we often sit here with the mic in the hand, and we often say that when you come through the opening game like he did with Rob Cross, where you're winning 5-1, and then you come through in a 6-5 battle, that maybe today's your day. That seems the scenario so far for Ricky Evans, but he's ready to win. They're both ready to win.
Only one of them can.
43.
Which one will it be? Dedecker looking to land the first blow. Well, would have scored 78 there, underneath the treble 20. That is a huge miss, and then a perfect hit to lead 1-0. Got away with that.
Yeah, I think it tells us still a little bit of tension in
140.
there. Like you say, you would expect that they're at the most nervous now in the final, but it does. You get that sense, you know, behind them is pretty much an empty venue now. So it's a good sign in the sense that you're at the business end of it. And that looked a nervy dart, but the double 16 will settle him down quickly, and Ricky will want to hold his throw.
60.
He has had the better of most of the meetings with Mike Dedecker. 4 wins for Ricky Evans from their 5 encounters. In fact, 41. The only one that Dedecker won was the last one. He won it emphatically 6-0 in a Euro Tour qualifier, average 106. Before that, Evans had won 4 straight meetings, spread over 9 years, including a long format, or longer format in the UK Open.
134.
Yes, the UK Open, Ricky Evans got to the semi-final in. But all thoughts are purely in this game now. It's a slight mistake there from Ricky. Opens the door ajar for Mike Dedecker for his power scoring. I talked earlier how much I love that throw.
180.
And not only is it 180, right on a pinhead.
122. Game shot.
2-0 Dedecker. Probably, I don't know, you'll know better than me, Glenn, but probably hard to settle until you've got a leg on the board.
180.
Yeah, not what you want to hear when you're 2-0 down the first breaker throw. And we did talk in the semi-final how disappointed.
60.
Even in case I was in tears at his last loss in a final, Ricky Evans to Jim Williams. Mike Dedecker's looking really settled right now. Massive 180 hitter.
180.
And two of them back-to-back at the start of this leg, having hit two in the scoring segment, back-to-back at the end of the last leg. The 9-darter is not on.
82.
But Ricky Evans is disappearing in the distance here. Decker making great strides early in this final.
58.
He needs to get something going, Ricky. That might have to come on his own throw. I think he'll have put this leg to bed by now. Especially the way that this man is throwing.
19. $140.
So tops for 3-0.
Game shot.
One player looking comfortable at the moment. Sorry, it wasn't two 180s at the end of the previous leg. It was one to leave double six, two to start the next leg. So in his last three opportunities to hit a 180, Mike Decker has. Might make that four.
It's all based on that rhythmical throw, isn't it?
99.
And this fascination in EQ wave, just being obsessed with throws now, and what I like is just no body movement whatsoever. Just the pendulum clock swing of that arm. The rest of the body remains totally still. Just replicating each
58.
throw. Been a good day for Mike, like I said. B. Carol Sedler checking that semi-final. Real grueler
58.
again with Brendan Dolan, where they both averaged close to 100. Danny Van Tripe, who's had a cracking day today. He also took out the #1 seed in the last 32, Dave Chisnell.
54.
Hammered Jose de Souza, who was excellent in his first round game. Winning an opening Belgium clash of Robbie Knops.
85.
What would feel like an eternity ago.
Yeah, it'd be a nice moment for Belgian darts, wouldn't it? Another winner.
140.
He wasn't far off dislodging Kim Huybrecht from that Belgian World Cup team. That could start to change. Two of those.
70.
Left tops.
Yeah, this one would hurt. Like you said, one player is settled at the moment. He'll stay there, of course. 93 left.
118.
Well, we said Ricky needs a moment.
Game
And
shot.
that is it. Boom, he says.
Yeah, watch out for an uprising in top talents from Belgium. Not only Mike Decker, but I think Andy Barton's as well, a player that would really
100.
be challenging for PDC titles at some point.
Yeah, no. I went to visit Andy Van Hoven in
100.
Belgium, and then let me tell you, there's an awful lot of young Belgian players coming through as well. The academy systems, the setup that they've got in place, yeah, it's the future's bright.
77.
Looking to follow in the footsteps of Dimitri van den Berg. Kim Huybrecht.
96.
Eric Claris before them.
I think it's the Belgium Open in the WDF system this week, and as he
180.
smashes in another 180, and I remember going to a pairs final, and up walks a 14-year-old Mike Decker and
98.
Dimitri van den Berg. So to see them now flourishing, Dimitri a major winner this year, and Mike Decker looking so good for his maiden victory here.
4 180s in this
47.
match. That is 20 for the day. Sorry, 24 for the day. Had 20 before this game.
137.
Yeah, first bit of an opening here for Ricky. You're hoping, what's the double-double, is it?
77.
Now, Ricky was hoping. His hopes have been realised. Great dart. Great start.
54.
Can't find the finish.
Yeah, I was about to say Ricky's been second best, and to go 3-2 down on his throat. I feel he's got away with one, but that's a disappointing two misses. A double-A chance here for Decker. A big dart.
Game shot.
Grimace. The man they call Rapid, who really does need to put his
96.
foot down now and accelerate his way into this match. Decker halfway there. Don't forget, this is not the end for
84.
PDC Darts this week. We do have a third event here in Milton Keynes. Tomorrow, the action getting underway
59.
from 1 PM UK time. Do join us. If we can get another new name on the Roll of Honour for 2024, we'll get one today. Luke Littler remains the only player to have won 2 of these Players'
180.
Championship titles, and he got his second just yesterday. 5 now for Mike Dedecker.
140.
And it's causing the difference, isn't it? That 180 in just about every leg is enough to give him opportunities that Ricky's not getting.
Yeah, that was going to be my answer. You're going to then give yourself the opportunity because his setup play has been good. His doubles have been solid. All round, it's been all about Mike Dedecker so far. Ricky Evans sat in 106 on his throat. Will he be back, though? Is it 2 tops?
Game
Of
shot.
course it is. What a day for Mike Dedecker. What a match. And what a finish.
And a lovely little bit of respect from Ricky Evans, because even though he's done what he's done today, to be in this position in a final must be hugely disappointing.
99.
He has to remember that feelings of losing them finals. He doesn't want that again today. Like I said, it's when you're watching your
41.
opponents play so well and all of a sudden his darts are going awry. You know, you can start sort of doubting yourself up there, but Mike Dedecker is just looking so cool, so calm,
180.
just full of 180s.
What did you say? 6 previous finals for Ricky Evans, who
140.
Bill can't find a maximum himself. When you get to that point, almost another defeat is almost more damaging than just not
105.
getting there.
Yeah, I mean, he's got good people around him. He wants to be a winner. He is, you know, he's a winner in many people's eyes anyway. To get to a final,
42.
but he wants more.
But he could still win this, but if he doesn't, I think he does need to be philosophical and go, well, you know what, I was one of the top 2 today. There's no reason I can't be the top 1 tomorrow. As Dedecker takes aim at the top target, but can't
97.
find it. Won't matter really, unless Evans does manage to pile the biggest thing he can in,
140.
and that rattles Mike.
I wish I could do that, throw 3 darts like that so quickly, so accurate. But
Game
accuracy is Mike Dedecker's middle name right now. He leads 6-1. He's 2 away from a one-sided victory so far. Ricky Nast the battle. He's fighting with himself, Chris.
Yep, a man who has
96.
been known for being quality and quick. He's running out of time.
57.
Can't turn the clock back, but he can still get out of this. Stranger things have happened, and if he can suddenly do that
180.
more often, then Dedecker could have a seed of doubt planted in his mind.
It's not how you start, it's how you finish and all that.
80.
Are things turning? Like I say, it's a monumental ask for Ricky Evans from here. Like I say, all he can
58.
do is 1 leg at a time. Just get this one on the board, try and break Mike, and it's 6-3. It may feel a different game.
But exactly, you can't win 7 legs at once, can you? But you
140.
can win 1 leg 7 times.
55.
There's so many players have sort of mentioned sports psychologists, you know, they're getting them over. They're the kind of things in these situations where
140.
you try to maybe think of positive thoughts, because there's not much positive right now for Ricky, but that can change with 3 darts tops.
Game shot.
Is the tide turning a little? Dedecker will be determined just to brush that off and fire in one of his trademark maximums straight away.
140.
I may have been concerned for Mike Dedecker a year, 2, 3 years ago. It does look like he's
100.
worked so well on his game, and people mature at a different time. Like you said, he'll have been in the shadow of Kim Hybrett, Dimitri van den Berg, but you just sense
95.
maybe it's Dedecker's time.
The thing for me is I don't think there'll be many viewers that would begrudge any of these players' victory. I think they've both been knocking on the door and are deserving of having that moment. And it is a moment that not every player experiences. In fact, a large percentage of players who play on the
96.
PDC Professional Tour never walk out of a venue and say, I was the best of the bunch today.
140.
And he's been the best of the bunch. This would be the icing on the cake, the 170. But Ricky Evans, we asked for that moment.
90.
And for me, this is it, because this would be for a breaker throw. Get him to that 6-3, and all of a sudden things would look different. Bullseye.
102.
On the green, but not in the hole. And Dedeker has to avoid that dart. That's why he's shuffling across. Doesn't want any embarrassment here, but he's going to have to move to the other side now. Evans will be hoping that this is too difficult.
Game shot.
But it's no problem at all. That is a brilliant dart.
A dart of the match, dart of the day for me, that one. Ricky Evans is one of those players who stand and watches the dart. He'll have seen the flight path. It doesn't get any better than that, Mike Dedeker. I thought that was too much, the shuffling across the hockey. God, he'd be feeling $1 million right now.
And there's now
80.
no margin for error for Evans, with Dedeker a leg away. Cannot
96.
criticise the run he's had. He's been superb, Ricky Evans. Mentioned that victory against Humphreys in the semi-finals and the win against Rob Cross in the first round. They're the two standouts.
80.
It does look a bridge too far here.
It does, but like I said, in reality, it's another sensational
58.
day for Ricky Evans. He wants to get to the very, very top. He's so electrifying. He's so good for the game. Just a really good person.
140.
Dedeker flew through his first 3 games, 6-2 against Robbie Knopp, 6-1 against Jose de Sousa, and 6-2 again against Dave Chisnell. But then it got a little bit tight, 6-4 against Danny Van Tripe, 6-5 against Brendan Dolan, and then 7-5 against Karol Sedlacek. But now he might just be a couple of darts away, unless Evans can stop him.
Yeah, 2 darts away. Needs the treble 20, doesn't get it.
55.
What a moment for Mike Dedeker. Biggest dart of his life. What a dart. It's Belgian delight here at the Milton Keynes. Mike Dedeker with his maiden victory. What a win. He is the real deal. And for Ricky Evans, yes, it's another defeat in the final, but he has been phenomenal today. But Mike Dedeker in a one-sided 8-2 victory, sensational on his doubles, absolutely brilliant in the scoring power, 6-180s, that sublime 137 finish, and then 104.87 average to boot. What a day for Mike Dedeker. And we will listen to him. He'll be interviewed by Dan Dawson.
Mike Dedeker, our champion, a first-time PDC title winner. It's taken some time, Mike, but this has got to be, what, the highlight of your darting career so far?
Yeah, definitely. I've been in the final on the Players' Championship before, then lost to Rob Cross, and it's like you said, it's taken some while for me to get over the winning line, but I'm over the moon to win this. There was an article this week coming out with the top players from Belgium, from history, from now in history, and I was 10th, and it didn't feel good being 10th. So I came here, and yesterday I had a quarterfinal, and now I won the tournament. So hopefully they change the list now.
Well, look, you are only the 3rd Belgian in history to win a PDC title after Huybrechts, Dimitri van den Berg. You. What?
4th.
Who else?
Ronnie
Never won a title.
He did.
In the PDC?
Yes. I think he won
I think he made finals.
UK Open qualifier. No?
We'll check that, but I
Right.
don't think he did. But look, if Ronnie says he did, I'll say it. I like Ronnie. Now, the final, let's talk about that, because that was one heck of a performance. You mentioned you lost to Rob Cross in your first appearance in a final. Coming into this, to then play like that against Ricky, you must be so proud of yourself.
Yeah, of course. Like I said, I lost the final against Rob Cross, and that was my first final with the seniors. And it's all kind of new, and you know everyone's watching. And this was my second one, and I was like, you've been here before, you know what it takes. Just play your own game, and that's what I did. So.
You have become, probably over the last 2 years, is that fair to say, a player who always looked like this sort of thing could happen. You hit more 180s than you've ever done before. You hit more 180s than most players in the game. What is it that's turned you into this player that can win things?
I've grown up. I've taken the game more seriously, started to practice more. Don't stay up until 3, 4 in the morning when I have to wake up at 9. It's just taking it more professionally, and finally it pays off, and finally I can say I won something. So yeah.
2015 is the year you first started playing senior PDC stuff. In that time, you dropped off the tour for a couple of years. You've had to work your way back onto it. As I say, the last 2 years, you've got better and better. You've already been to things like the match play and the Grand Prix. You've set yourself up to go to the Grand Prix again. But it must have been hard watching the match play and, say, the World Cup over the last few months where you haven't been involved. You must think that now is the time where you will be in all of these things and be one of the leading lights for your home country.
If you asked me that 5 years ago, I would say, yeah, it really hurt. But now I'm like, if it's not this year, then it's next year. And that's the mentality that I have now. So, yeah, hopefully next year I'm in the match play again. I did good things for the Grand Prix now. So, and I'm close, not really sure, but close to the Europeans as well. So that would be a first. So I'm not really looking at things I didn't achieve, but I'm looking at things I did achieve. So.
Is it purely a coincidence that your new approach and your professional attitude, it's coincided with it getting massive in Belgium? Has that helped? Because more people are paying attention to darts in your home country than they ever have before over the last 2-3 years, I'm guessing.
For me, it's a new friend group. I've got to know some people last year, and they helped me a lot, as well as my best mate. And it's just, they say you have to practice because I'm one lazy person. I really am. If I don't have to do anything, I won't. But they're like, come on, man, there's a lot of money in darts, and they're right. And they keep me on the straight and narrow, and they say, come on, let's practice. And even if it's for 1 or 2 hours a day, but if I don't have those people behind me, then I probably won't. So that's the main thing that's evolving my game.
Winning one of these must have been on your to-do list this year. You must have thought it's possible because you made a final, you're playing really good darts. You've done that now. What's next?
Well, hopefully a European tour, because I'm not going to say a major, because you have to be realistic, and I won't be a favorite for any majors. So hopefully the next step is European tour.
So the old Luke Humphries route: win one of these, win a Euro tour, win loads of Euro tours, then win everything.
Look where he is now. So yeah, I'll take that route. I'll sign for it.
There we go. Mike Decker, the third, possibly fourth Belgian to win a PDC title. I still think third, but I still love you, Ronnie Highbreaks. And definitely in the top 10 Belgians. He's going up in the list all the time. He'll be back tomorrow for Players' Championship 17. Littler won yesterday. Mike Decker with his first ever senior PDC title today. Who wins tomorrow? Join us and find out. Well done.
Thank you.